I used to want to save the world. This beautiful place. But the closer you get, the more you see the great darkness within. I learned this the hard way, a long, long time ago.
What is your mission?
To stop the war.
What war?
The war to end all wars. Weapons far deadlier than you can ever imagine.
The war can be ours.
Wherever you are in more danger than you think.
I cannot stand by while innocent lives are lost.
How can a woman possibly fight in this?
Fight? We use our principles. Although I am not opposed to engaging in a bit of fisticuffs should the occasion arise.
Movie Month. It is my 4th annual movie month. I'll watch 30 movies that I've never seen in 30 days. I'm here, it's day 15. There have been 14 movies that I've seen. Can you believe it? It's the halfway point of Fans Not Experts Movie Month. And today I'm coming to you before I've seen the movie. That's right. I have not seen today's movie yet, but I am pulling into the parking lot here at the movie theater where I'm going to be meeting my buddy Dave in a few minutes. And maybe I'll be talking to him inside the theater if it's not too crowded. But it doesn't look like it because it's a Thursday, 6:30 p.m. in 3D viewing of Wonder Woman. Yes, finally seeing Wonder Woman. Ooh, I'm so excited. All right, a quick update. I am in the theater. My buddy Dave is here. I just walked out of the bathroom. I didn't think I should record in the bathroom because I thought, I got to be civilized in some respect. So I'm just waiting for him to come out, and then we'll be heading in. The nice thing is this guy is treating me, okay? I have the cash. I don't even need it. The trick is I got to pay for the next movie. So whether that's Spider-Man, whether we wait and see... what's that movie with all the people in it? Oh, the Justice League. I don't see a lot of movies in the theater, so or maybe Thor. The superhero movies. Basically those are the ones we go to. So, waiting for Dave to come out. Then we'll be heading into the theater, getting my 3D glasses, and getting ready to see Wonder Woman. All right, so we're in the theater right now, and it's really loud, but I'm getting ready for Wonder Woman. Pretty excited. You excited, Dave?
Very.
Oh, see that? That's Dave Green making his podcast debut. Okay, we'll talk after the movie. Goodbye.
Oh my god, it was so good. Really quick, Dave, what'd you think?
I was not a fan of Batman vs. Superman. I was not a fan of Suicide Squad. This was everything those movies should have been and more. Excellent.
What part of real quick don't you understand?
Excellent. Now we're going to stick around in the credits to see if anything happens. Thank you, Dave Green, for being part of this. Woo! I am walking out of the movie theater right now. I just turned to wave goodbye to Dave one more time, but he's already gone. Gone in the night. Like Batman, who was not in this movie. No. There were no other Justice Leaguers in this movie. There was a reference in the beginning and the end, a bookend that had something to do with Justice League, but this movie, Wonder Woman, was its own origin story, its own movie, and Gonna go in the car now. It was freaking awesome. And holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, I'm sorry. I left my pass. So I guess I have nothing worth stealing. This could have been disastrous. This could have been a crime. Ooh, this took a turn. This is real life, everybody. Okay, nothing was stolen. Got to get my head back in the game. The car's running, so the light wasn't on. I only have a few. I don't live very far from the movie theater, so boom. Okay, back into the movie. Woo. Okay. Tremendous, awesome. Thank you. Finally, I was like, I remember going to Rotten Tomatoes. I remember this was like 2 weeks ago. I went to Rotten Tomatoes and would check every day to see when the score for Wonder Woman came up, and it'd say no score yet, and that gets me nervous. I'm like, oh man, the movie's coming out and they still haven't tested it for critics yet. That makes me nervous. Why are they doing that? You think I've been like kind of programmed to think, that means they don't want the critics to see it first. And again, who gives a shit about critics? But I do take into consideration the score of a Rotten Tomatoes movie. And when it came out, and I was checking it every day, I bookmarked it. I mean, I cared a little too much for someone my age, but I cared about what this movie would score, how it would kind of reflect on the future of DC movies. And I was so excited when it got such a high score. It's, what is it, 92%, I think is what it ended up with, which is just awesome. And there's a reason, because this movie was just awesome. It was just awesome. I'm bad at remembering names, so I know it was Patty Jenkins is the director. Tremendous. Gal Gadot, if I say it wrong, movie star, obviously, superstar, not just the Han's girlfriend from Fast and the Furious movies. I mean, this is a movie I could not take my eyes off her. I mean, she just, what do you say? But she was also Wonder Woman. I mean, I wasn't just looking at, this actress. I was looking at the character, Diana Prince, Wonder Woman. Woo! I'm just, I'm hopped up from the fact that I could have had, my car broken into or stolen. I'm hopped up that the movie was awesome. Woo! And I'm on adrenaline. I'm going on adrenaline right now. The movie was a little over 2 hours long, but it flew by. They packed a lot in there. We're fighting Nazis. We're fighting, we're in like Paradise Island or whatever it's called, the Minuscule or the Minuscule. I don't know. We got Robin Wright Penn in there training young Wonder Woman. They never ever call her Wonder Woman. They don't even reference Wonder or anything. And I'm cool with that, because why would they call her Wonder Woman? Why would she have that name yet? Someone's going to name her that, and it probably will happen over time. I loved the kind of whole like rough and tumble guys going on a mission, and there's a jerk in front of me just swaying back and forth. I'm gonna get on his ass and scare him. No, I'm not gonna do that. There's a jerk just swaying back and forth. Unless it's my brother. No way. That's not my brother who couldn't come to the movie, is it? Okay, no. Unless he turns here on the street. I'm getting completely distracted. But the movie was everything. Like, they had these rough and tumble like team of guys who work with Chris Pine, and yeah, he's not turning. That's not my brother. Okay, I was a little distracted there. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. They had like this. I don't know any of the actors' names, but they had a guy who was kind of he could talk anybody into anything. There was a guy who was a marksman. There was a guy who was a smuggler. Like not the top good guys as Diana Prince would look into the world, but they all fought for a good cause. I don't know who the bad guy was. there are two bad guys. There was, but one's kind of a twist, so I don't want to give it away. But one of the bad guys, I just knew him from like American Horror Story. Then also like one of the generals was David Thewlis, who he's been in a bunch of things, but he's also Professor Lupin in the Harry Potter movies, and you can't ignore that. There were characters. I don't know a great deal about the Wonder Woman character in the comic books. I remember the TV show as a little kid, and certain things with the character. There's a woman just walking up the street. That woman's walking angry. There's a lot going on at 20 past 9 at night. So like the villain, there's a villain called Once they said Dr. Poison, I said that's gotta be from the comic book. Has such a classic, like golden age of comics name to it. And my buddy Dave, who you heard already, hey Dave, I hope you got home safe. Jesus, that's morbid. What if? No, he's fine. He's fine. You're fine, Dave. You're fine. But I asked him, who Dr. Evil, which is not the character, Dr. Poison was, and he's like, oh yeah, that's someone from the comic book. So she was like creepy, and she's like creating this gas that is worse than Agent Orange, and it's basically Diana Prince, or Diana. She is a princess of the Amazon people, and they live in an island that's safe. They kind of give this whole backstory with the gods and stuff, which I got most of it. I'll see it again on repeat viewing. I got it all. Basically the gods protect these Amazons who were brought in to... Now I'm checking all my windows to make sure I closed everything. My God, that would have been a disaster. This would have been the last podcast. So basically it starts off on the Amazon island, and Steve Trevor, which is Chris Pine from the Star Trek movies and other movies, he crashes a German plane because he turns out he's a spy for British intelligence. He's an American working for British intelligence, spying on the Germans, steals something from them, has to steal a plane, gets chased down, and apparently this place is very foggy. It's kind of hidden from fog. It's not like you can't get to it. It's just so hard to find. But he kind of accidentally flew into it, and the Germans followed him, and there was an all-out war, and that spawned Diana to be like, what's this war that you're talking about back in our world? And it was World War II. And, right, it was World War II? World War I. The planes are really old. I'm completely confused. It was definitely World War II. I am not a historian unless you're talking about CW television shows. So anyway, the Germans come in. They and after the fighting happens, Diana's like, I need to go back to. I'm not going to do her accent. I need to go back to your world and stop the god of war who is creating all of this. So that's what brings her to Earth, our Earth, or the rest of the Western civilization. But it's none of it's in the United States. Not any of it. She doesn't come to America. It's all takes place in England and Germany, and sorry, guys driving by, just trying to look tough so I don't look frightened. When people drive by, I just don't want to look like some kind of weak. I don't know. I have this weird thing that people are driving by. Everyone driving by is like looking for trouble. I have issues. Yeah. Anyway, oh boy. I'm just rambling. I'm outside my house right now, just kind of walking, trying to get some extra steps because I still need 3,000 steps before midnight. So So where was I? So that brings Diana to the United States, and brings her to our Earth, into England, into our time, and it's kind of the fish out of water story, which is always fun. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it with Thor. I enjoy it with Wonder Woman. And I'm not going to give everything else away, but of course they all go to fight the Germans. Now, the guys are there to fight the Germans and stop the Germans. She's going because she thinks the god of Ares is behind everything, and killing the god of Ares will kill everything with war. Does that happen? Well, you're going to have to go see the movie yourself. I'm going to go see it again. But and we saw it in 3D, which was it was great 3D. At the end of the movie, it's like she jumps basically at you. And I put my arms up because I was like, I'll catch you, Wonder Woman, I'll catch you. As far as, any spoiler alert, there's no after credit scene. So I don't want to spoil you. You don't even bother. Like, we sat there through the whole credits, and I did that years ago when I went to Man of Steel with some coworkers. The movie was over, and I was like, look, I have to stay. They went back to work, and I wasted 10 extra minutes by standing there by myself. And again, I did it. I'm kind of accustomed for these after credits, mostly because of Marvel. DC seems to not be wanting to do it. But what if they start doing it and I miss one? You know what I mean? I can't do that. I had to stay. So we stayed. Thank you, Dave, for staying. And then I had to point Dave which direction in the movie theater he walked in so that he could walk out. And then I just watched him go. I had a single tear in my eye. I said, until next time. That didn't happen. I don't know what else to say. It's not like this is this little movie I have to explain to you. It's friggin' Wonder Woman. She's part of the Justice League. It was tremendous. It's the biggest movie in the world right now. And it should be because it's so damn good. It's so much fun. This is what DC needed. Oh, look, I said I enjoyed Suicide Squad, but I know the flaws that were there. And I did enjoy Batman v Superman. I did enjoy Man of Steel, but I see the flaws in all of them. I'm like, I know why people don't like this, but I still like this because of this. I still, you put a dude in the Superman outfit, I'm going to like it. I'm going to like it to a certain degree, but I'm probably going to like it more than you. But this is a movie that I could just tell everyone can get behind. And there's even that extra kind of, feeling because it's empowering to women, and the women are the heroes, and there's an island of women who kick ass, and that's great, and that's awesome. But it's just awesome because they kick ass too. It's like, I don't even care. Like, I know it's empowering to women. I just like it because they're friggin' great. I like it because it was awesome. I swear I hadn't drink anything. I had a Diet Coke. That's it. I'm just kind of like amped up and happy. And I'm almost home, and I'm almost done with my podcast. Like I said, this is Geek Mentality. It's the podcast that can happen anywhere. Today I had it in the movie parking lot. I had it in the movie theater, back in the movie parking lot, driving all the way home, and now I'm in my yard, like pacing around in the backyard before I go in my house and send this off to the world, where dozens upon dozens of people, okay, maybe 24 people will actually hear it, maybe. If you do hear this, okay, tweet me at Geek Mentality, and use the code word cinnamon. That's my code word all the time, cinnamon. So if you do hear this, and you're on Twitter, at Geek Mentality, cinnamon. Other than that, I have nothing else to say. This movie was great. Because this movie took place during World War II times, certain characters, I assume, and because of are gone. I think I read somewhere that Wonder Woman 2 is going to be taking place in modern time. If that's the case, this little, this lovely band of cohorts that we knew are done, which kind of stinks because you kind of fall in love with these guys. And that means Chris Pine's character is done. And I will say, I'll never say never, because, with Captain America, he froze. He was in ice. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something happened that I don't know about. But it kind of, remember Captain America had this team of people that he worked with, and then he didn't. Now he has now he's in the Avengers. Well, same thing with Diana. This was a slice of her life. It was great. Oh, the light went out. I've been on here so long, the light's gone out. And if you saw Batman v Superman, there's a moment where Bruce Wayne finds an old photo of Diana, of Wonder Woman, with these guys. And that's kind of the basis. He gets the picture back to Diana. And that's basically her remembering. That's the basis of this movie, is the people in that photo and what they did, their adventure. and even more so back to how Wonder Woman came from her land, her world, to our world. And with that, my friends, I realize I've gone longer than any other podcast I've done so far. But you know why? Because this is the first one that deserves it. This is the first movie that I watched all month that has excited me. I loved other movies. Other movies have got me really happy, really enjoying them. But this is the one that's exciting me for the future. This is the one that the geeks and the nerds and the peoples like me hope for. And I have some excitement in my voice because I'm excited. But that's it. I'm done. Movie was great. Go see it. I'm going to go see it again. I say that. There's a chance I'll see it again. I want to see it again. If not, I'm buying the sucker. Ooh, is that something in the woods? It's dark now. I thought maybe a fox jumped out of the woods. I'm going to probably go in the house now. Okay, so anyway, this is Geek Mentality. Again, the podcast that could happen anywhere, including my backyard. You can find me on Twitter at Geek Mentality. You can find me on Facebook at Fans Not Experts. And anywhere, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The hashtag is FNE Movie Month. And yes, that was my buddy Dave in the photo next to me. Because he deserved it. He was there. He enjoyed it. He loved it. You heard his voice. His sultry, smooth voice. Yeah, I'm done. This is late. I'm going in. Fansnotexperts.com. Yeah, this is halfway. We're at the halfway point already. This is my 4th year doing this. And you think 30 movies? That's crazy. But I'm already 15 movies in. There's only 15 more to go. Whew. Awesome. Until tomorrow, my friends, I'm out of here. Here is my theme song. This is my podcast. I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe. 'Cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time. And I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode.
Fans Not Experts.